What's going on, guys? This is TechCare.com, and it's been a couple of months. I know. Bear with me. I've been in the middle of moving, and I just found my camera charger. So it's been a couple of months, but finally back with another episode of episode video of the life of a law school student, the life of 1L, and we're on the home run stretch for end of the first semester. There's less than a month away from finals. Still alive, but barely there. It's been kind of tough. Straight away, I just want to let everyone know, if you're going to law school, you're going to start law school. Start off your semester like taking as many notes as possible, and making friends with the upperclassmen in your school. Join clubs. If you're a minority, join your minority clubs. If you're not a minority, join them anyway. I'm pretty certain they don't discriminate, at least not in my school anyway. I mean, I'm in the Jewish club, so I'm not Jewish. Anyway, yeah, join as many clubs as you can. Definitely things that interest you. Like, my school has like entertainment, arts and sports law, and I'm not into that at all, but I joined anyway just to like network with people, because networking is a very big part of law school. So join the clubs, talk to people, become friends, because that's how you get outlines. And outlines are what save you during finals. I mean, you can use the outlines during the semester to like keep up with the discussions. Sometimes maybe they have answers to the hypos that your professors ask, because sometimes they recycle the same material. Get outlines. Like, don't try to be the guy who's like, oh, I don't need an outline, I can do it on my own. Like, you're just hurting yourself. I mean, you don't use an outline, I use an outline. I end up doing better than you in the final. My ranking is higher. I get a job. You don't, because you wanted to be an ass. Get outlines. Make friends with people. Study groups, meh, they somewhat work. I don't know. I'm in one right now. I'm in a couple, actually. Shh, don't tell them. And I'm getting some good material from both sides. We haven't done practice problems like for exams yet. We're just gonna do that this week. But join groups with people who are at the same level as you are. Don't join groups with people who you know are like significantly smarter than you, because they will make you feel very stupid. They will most likely understand things faster than you will, and sure, they may help you understand it better, but soon enough they're gonna get tired of like helping you around. They're gonna drop you. So just stick with people like around the same, who think the same way you do. And instead, what you should do is go to office hours with your professors when you're going over problems, and discuss it with them to see, like, get their feedback on it, because at the end of the day, they're the ones grading it, not the other people in your class. So that's something to keep in mind. Go to office hours, ask questions, make friends with your professors, because even though it's like it's blind grading and it's all anonymous, it's still better to like get on the good side of your professor, because maybe they may give you like more hints or things you should pay attention to when you're going over finals. So that's something to keep in mind. Another thing is outside resources. So like, I'm taking civil procedure this semester. It's heavy. So one of the things you should be using is examples and explanations. It's a horn book for civil procedure. I mean, they have them for all the other subjects. You get them for torts and crim law. But Civ Pro is like the best thing they have there. Is because Civ Pro itself is a very difficult subject to understand. Even now, I'm like in my last month of the semester, and still there are certain things that I'm like a little iffy with. So using like other supplements like E&E, which really helps understand civil procedure, and other sources like Barbary, because Barbary is the shit. They have like online lectures that really help you understand the topics easier. Generally, they also give you like a real skeleton to work with. So if you watch, like, let's say the Barbary lectures for civil procedure, and you watch all 6 hours of them, and you outline just those lectures, you get a nice little skeleton of what civil procedure is. And all you would have to do after that is just include, add in all of the things that your professors discuss that aren't discussed in the lectures. Like, for example, in my semester, my professor spent the good majority of the beginning talking about justiciability and standing and mootness, and that wasn't discussed at all in the lectures, so I just included that in because that's probably going to be on the final. And omitting a lot of the things that your professors didn't go over. So at the moment, we're still going over discovery, but there are a few cases that we did not use, and he hits a few topics that we're not exactly on. So those kinds of things you can omit. Also, like for example, my professor really doesn't exactly like the Barbary lectures too much. At one point when they're discussing Erie doctrine, they refer the Erie prongs, I think, to federal directives, and my professor like straight up said like, don't call them directives, something something something. So don't. Yeah, just pay attention to what your professor wants. Use the supplements as a guide to help you understand things, but don't rely on them. So don't just like say you're not gonna go to class ever, or just use the horn book and the outlines and the online lectures and think you'll pass. You probably won't. Another thing is like pay attention to like state specific rules, because a lot of times professors like in CIPRO for example, we use the New York long arm statute when we're talking about jurisdiction outside of your state, and like your state's getting jurisdiction from someone else, from jurisdiction over another person from another state or a foreign country or something. They use the long arm statutes, and our professor focused on New York's long arm because we are in New York. So if you go to school in Florida, your professor might make you focus on Florida's long arm statute. So just make sure you have all that stuff down packed and ready to go when you're taking your exam. Also, the other thing is if your exam's open book, definitely print out your outline and tab it. Like I don't have mine on me right now because it sits in my bag. It's kind of far, but yeah, you print out your 80-page outline and you just put these little tabs. You put these tabs all over your outline, you organize that shit, you highlight it so you know what information is what, like if you're doing a brief, I guess. And you take that with you. Also take your case book and your Federal Rules of Civil Procedure book, any of those books that have the rules in them, take them with you if you can, because it's better to have them than not have them. I've taken a few practice problems for CIPRO. I'm talking a lot about CIPRO, but that's just because that's like my most dreaded final right now. But answer the problems, go over practice questions, go over your essay questions. I'm pretty certain your school probably has like an online essay bank where you can probably see all of the older exams. So take advantage of that, take the exams, so you get a sense of what your professor is asking for on questions, because sometimes they recycle questions too, or they recycle like fact patterns. So you may see, for example, in torts, my torts professor has consistently for the past 10 years always asked 2 essay questions concerning harmful blah 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 blah. Concerning negligence, and you have to apply the hand formula. And it's been very consistent for the past 10 years. The fact patterns are very similar. Then again, my professor's like 90 years old, but you got what I'm trying to say. Go over the questions, go over the problems, see what your professor's looking for, and that'll most likely help you out. Yeah, the past 2 months that I've been MIA from YouTube. I mean, I posted a video once about like my new tablet that I bought that I was using for school, which is actually very helpful because I'm in school about 9 hours a day, and I'm not always next to a charger, or an outlet. So the tablet itself gives me like 16 hours of battery on a good day. Sometimes I may forget to charge it, but it's good to charge my phone on it too. So it's good to have something like that around. But yeah, it's been just lectures, readings. Actually, I got cold called on like a week ago. It was twice I got cold called in my contracts class for a very complicated case that we were doing. It was about filling in the gaps using the second restatement, section 33, I think. It was kind of complicated. My professor's pretty good though, so like I was a little confused with some of the topics, or some of the facts anyway, and he helped guide me along, so it wasn't terrible. My second class though, like right after that class, I had a civil procedure, and I was not paying attention in class. Like I left my keyboard at home, so I was like limited in what I can do in class. So I was on Facebook and I was talking to my friends, and then all of a sudden, boom, he calls my name and he says, "Oh, can you recite the rule?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." So I hurried through my pages and I found the rule. I was like going through it. Was terrible. It was so bad. I went through it because I had my outline with me, because I've been working on the outline for the past 3 weeks now. But being called on is not a fun experience. Unless you're that type of guy that loves it, then you're fucking crazy. Go for it. But it's gonna be difficult the first time. Now I'm okay. I feel like if I get called on, it's not that big of a deal. Especially considering the semester's almost over. So like the amount of fucks that I give, they're just like, ooh, and winter's coming. So yeah. But I guess that's all there is right now. Maybe I'll update before finals. I may not have any hair though because I may just yank it all out. But yeah, maybe I'll do another update right before finals, let you know how my setting's going, and I'll definitely do another one after finals, or even in between. I might get like I might need a break during the setting. I mean, I'll be very honest. My weekends don't exist. I live in the library. Like during the week because my commute's kind of long. I just come home after classes. But weekends, Friday. My weekends are Friday because I don't have classes on Friday. I wake up early Fridays. I go to the library. I come back home late. Same thing Saturday. Same thing Sunday. If I don't have anything to do at home, I go to the library. I don't stay here. I don't hang out with my friends or hang out with some people at my classes. Like we're in the library together. I consider that hanging out. That's like my form of socializing. It's kind of sad hanging out in the library. Or yeah. So alright, I guess that's all I can say for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, take care.